Hello horse friends and welcome to the Imperfect Question. Today we're going to try something with some working equitation. It's not going to be perfect, but I've set up some obstacles. I'm going to have a go with JJ on the floor, and then I've got some friends coming round to have a go with Comanche. So we're going to have some fun today.
You look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you.
Okay, quick tour of our working equitation fun play for tomorrow. We have made a gate and some jumps and a rope. We have I don't know what you call it in working equitation, a lance to go through a hoop that we've set up. So let's go down and see where the hoop is. There's the hoop, should come out alright, easy enough, it's just balanced in there. And a drop off point in the bin down there. We've got some weave going on here. This is the best I could do for a bridge, the pedestal with two sides. We've got small jump, it's very small, but small jump going on. We have also got L-shaped corner, and at the top there we have, if I go over the jump, whee, we have a sideways pole to go over. Okay, so this is all for tomorrow. Before my friends arrived to have a go with Comanche, I thought I'd try it out with JJ online. We started with the bridge section, which obviously she did really well. She does like the pedestal. Then we thought we'd give the L shape a go. So my plan was to go through, to stop her, and then back her through it again. Let's see how we do. Going backwards nicely. Can I turn the corner though? She's staying in the line so far, doing really well. Really good, JJ, well done. Very pleased with that. Now the jump. Lovely little jump there. And we're off to the sideways pole. I decided to go sideways over it both ways. She's getting a little bit lively there, wants to go off onto the next challenge. Just stopped going forward with some rope wiggle, but she did really well. Now we have the gate. Now obviously this is a bit harder when ridden, but I'm trying to get her to do more or less the same body motion from the ground so that she'd be prepared for a ridden task. You can see her priority number one is the grass though. Never mind. Good gal. Next we're going to try taking the lance down and picking up the hoop. Again, this is obviously a bit more easier on the ground, but I still wanted to get used to the motion. So I go down, pick up the hoop, making sure I keep the lance tilted to keep it on, and then I'm going to drop it handling first into the bucket at the end. She didn't mind the banging, that was really good. Let's see if we can do the weave. She's done things like this before, so she should be okay. There we are, brilliant, she did really well. After that I did decide to give it a little go ridden, but this proved to be a bit more difficult. As you can see, she went forward quite speedily, and now I'm asking her to back up. She was a bit head tossy, so she wasn't too sure about what I was asking. I was trying to get to go around the corner, but that wasn't really working. So I go forward again, and then I ask her again, and this time I decide that I'm just going to accept the straight backing up, and I'll accept that. There we are, she did that okay. Now we head to the bridge. Go over, and I think she does quite well at this. Again, it's a bit different having someone on her back to do this. So then we rode to the sideways pole, and she was very forward again. She had been the whole way up there, not really listening. So when I tried to ask her to go sideways, she went forward again. I approached again and had a pretty similar response, at which point I was really quite inclined to try and give up for the day and give her a bit more education on the ground first. We left it there and my friends arrived and I got Comanche out and I was the first up to ride round and have a go on the course. So here's my round with Comanche. Did a good job over the bridge. Nicely forward through the L shape. We knocked the pole a little bit there, but that's okay, we're still trying. And he steps out a little at this point, but then we come back in. So not too bad for this go. Then we're off to the jump. Yeehaw! And next is the sideways pole. Comanche's usually very good at sideways, so he's listening to me straight away. And over we go. Now the next one will be a big challenge because I'd never done a rope gate with Comanche before. So not ridden anyway, so this would be very difficult for us. Try and line him up. And I can't quite get it off, so we're going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment there. Forward you go, Comanche. Should be enough. I think he did really well, and because he hadn't done it before, I'm giving him a treat just to reinforce that he's doing well. Now can we get through without me losing the rope? Careful, Comanche, careful. Good boy. Bring him round. And oh, we're gonna lose it. Ooh. Oh, I just saved it by bringing him back in there. Well done, Comanche. Well done. Yay! Really pleased with that one. Off to the next obstacle. So I reach down and grab the lance, and I'm expecting this to be a bit more difficult than when I was trying it on the ground with JJ. I decided to try and trot and go forward and completely miss it. Well, that's because I was trying to trot. I really should have walked it, because I don't think I've done that on Comanche either before, so I was being a bit ambitious. So I'll take the walk of shame back up again to have another go. So we circle around and I've decided we are walking now, and carefully I reach through and lift it up. Success! But I've got to make sure we don't drop it now, and he's getting a little bit confused by the stick being in front of his face, thinks I'm asking him to back up. So we go forward eventually, and I'm about to drop it in, and he takes it really well. Again, he wasn't worried about the banging at all. So we've got one more obstacle to do, which is the weave. So as we go through, I'm trying to use my legs as much as my hands, or more than my hands if possible. He's doing pretty well with it, and we've completed the course. Yay! Next up is my friend Joanna. Comanche can sometimes be a bit awkward for new people to ride because he has so many signals that people aren't used to. They're going to tackle the bridge first. He hesitates a bit, but he's getting up there. Slowly with the back legs, and over we go. Well done, Comanche. Well done, Joanna. Through the L shape. So Joanna takes a slightly different option to me. She rides through the L shape and then opts to just back up in a straight line to the end of it and ride forward again. She waits for a second and off they go. Really well done, lovely and straight. Next up we have the jump. So Joanna's just going to take the jump at a walk, so hopefully he'll just step over it. Considers walking into it for a second there, I think, but still. And then we're off to the sideways pole. Let's watch how he does. needs to get those hooves over. There he is. Oh, no, standing on it. Never mind. There we go. Yes, lovely. Well done. Next obstacle, a little bit more difficult, is the rope gates. Joanna decides to take it from the other side. She believes that will be easier. And she also has a few different tactics to me here. She uses a whip to pick it up, which I thought was a really good idea, and places it onto the gatepost as she rides through. So she's still keeping him close. She's not letting him walk too far off. Turns him round. Then she's got to bring him a bit nearer again to be able to reach the post to pick up the rope again. Again, using a whip to pick it up. Really good idea. And can she back him up to get it on? So close, so close. It was nearly there. Really good try. Right, now we have the lance. And you can see Comanche getting a little bit confused by leaning forward. And off they go at full speed. No, not me. Well, that is super fast for Comanche. Again, he's getting a little bit confused with body signals. She's wanting him to go forward and he thinks she's saying backwards. So she spears the hoop successfully. And now she's going to ride down to the bucket to drop it in there. Joanna decides to put it in front end first, so she has to be careful she doesn't lose the ring before she gets there. Really well done. But that just leaves one more obstacle, which is the weave. Can she do the weave? Let's see. Here we go round. Really good. In and out, not having to pull him around too much, and he's managing to keep walk forward, which is good. Yes, success! Yay! Well done, Joanna. Well done, Comanche. And finally, my friend Catherine decides to have a ride on Comanche as well. She's not going to try the course, but it's been quite a while since Catherine's ridden any horse at all, so she thought it would be nice to have a poodle around on Comanche. He does take it very slow for her. They seem to be getting on very well together. And some fancy moves out there. I thought they both did amazing. Really well done. I'm glad you had fun today, Catherine. I'm glad Comanche was a very good boy for you. Well, that was a fun day today. Comanche's back out in the field and we're all done for now, and he had a good time with my friends. So we'll see you again next time. Don't forget to like and share. Bye.